Then coming up slowly straight through the spine, bringing the head and chin up last. The big yawn. Okay, get a new base. Get a new position, a new base. Unlock your knees, and go the same way over to the other side. Uh, 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 uh. Yawn stretch. And now's the time to feel that wide space between your shoulder blades. Failed institution that could quickly spread and destabilize the whole system. Go ahead, you take a shot at that. That was 56 seconds.
1 minute.
But I wasn't really rushing. You know, I was really taking the time to play the legato consonants.
Okay.
And trying to make up for that, you know, in other places, any place I could, you know, to speed things up. So see what you can come up with.
Okay. From the outset, my earlier experience had led me to be skeptical about the possibility of resolving one of the largest financial companies without destabilizing the financial system. Today's global financial instantly increased uncertainties for creditors and counterparties, which could trigger or accelerate a run on the failed institution that could quickly spread and destabilize the whole system.
What did I do it in 56 seconds? 56 something? You did it in 55, 55.8.
Similar. That's highly similar, right?
You did it a little bit faster than I did. And it sounded excellent. It sounded perfect, you know. You did the same kind of exercise that I did, trying to give good consonant energy, not really rushing it, but, you know, keeping up the speed. And you beat me. So let's try it again. Now let's try it and kind of work toward, you know, really now consonant to consonant to get it done in less time than that. To try and get...
And counterparties, which could trigger or accelerate the run on the failed institution that could quickly spread and destabilize the whole financial system.
50 seconds. That's good.
Oh, okay.
50 seconds flat. That's actually a good speed, you know. That didn't really sound rushed.
But that's quite fast for me, actually.
Was the FDIC's innovative single point of entry approach, which was just coming into focus. See, that's a place where I can really just get those 5 words out, like 5 or 6 words, like it's one, which was just coming into focus in 2011. Which was just coming into focus in 2011. This approach is a classic simplifier, making theoretically possible something that seemed impossibly complex. That we're pronouncing like it's one word, which was just coming into focus in. Those 7 right there, which was just coming into focus in. And when you connect them all together like that, not only is it more efficient, but you're actually getting your ideas across quicker, you know? Because you're going right to your point, approach 2011. That's all that people really want to hear, right?
Yes.
It makes your point even clearer by brushing over that stuff in between, which was just coming into focus in 2011.
Which was
necessary is 4 syllables. You're kind of going necessary. Necessary.
Necessary. If necessary.
Yeah.
Necessary.
Right. So let's just take that part again from the same beginning point. Let me do it once to see how fast I can get through that. To capitalize. to capitalize the bridge holding company and the operating subsidiaries to permit transfer of ownership and control of the bridge company back to private hands, the FDIC will exchange the remaining claims of unsecured creditors of the parent for equity and or debt claims of the bridge company. If necessary, the FDIC will provide temporary liquidity to the bridge company until the bail-in of the failed parent company's creditors can be accomplished. 28. A little faster. Same thing.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. To capitalize the bridge holding company and operating subsidiaries, and to permit transfer of ownership and control of the bridge company back to private hands, the FDIC will exchange the remaining claims of unsecured creditors of the parent for equity and or debt claims of the bridge company. If necessary, the FDIC will provide temporary liquidity to bridge company until the bail-in of the failed parent company's creditors can be accomplished.
You did it in 29. Almost the same timing I did it at. I did it in 28. You did it in 29, and it was just as good.
Evolving failure of a systemic financial firm, but greater clarity.
Yeah,
Another L.
yeah. See, it's the KL. KL's, same issue. You've got to really be sure that your tongue is coming up, the tongue tip, and feeling it right up there. Cl, 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 cl.
Clear. I have to be clear.
You have to be
about the word clarity.
Right.
Clear and clarity.
Legal, panic legal entity. Watch for those little staccato consonants, should be sharper, like those T sounds. Entity.
Entities.
Panic.
Entity.
Panic entity.
Panic. Panic.
Yeah, those can all
panic.
be sharper. Go ahead.
Okay, panic. For example, if some customers in a very small country are panicked and they try to
now see,
withdraw.
That's panicked, right? So you've got to hear that final T. Panicked.
Panicked.
Yeah.
Panicked. If they are panicked, company go bankrupt. All the subsidiaries will go bankrupt at the same time. I think the single point of approach, point of entry
See,
approach.
you've got that too soft sounding PT on the bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
Yeah.
Bankrupt. You mean I need to pronounce the P explicitly?
Yeah. You really do need it's a P and then a T. Bankrupt. So make that P with your lips and then make the T with your tongue. It's not that hard really because they're two different articulators. Bankrupt.
Right. It's registered in London. So how could the regulator
still play those final ends? Play those final ends. Don't be afraid of what we're doing in London. Especially London. There, you've got two sustainable ones.
London. There are many banks, European banks, registered their head office in London. In London. For example, HSBC headquarters is in London. So, or black entry approach will be applicable to all those banks registered, but applicable. That this single point of entry approach is also applicable to
See,
the other.
it's the L that you're not playing right.
Yes, that's why when I pronounce it, I find it's very difficult to pronounce all
It's
the
the same
L.
combination that we just dealt with a minute ago. The P, only in this case not going to a T, but going to an L, going from the lips to the tongue action. Applicable, applicable.
Applicable. Applicable.
See, if you think about if you just think for a second about the two different articulators involved, it's easier to see the physical process. First, the lips are working, and then behind them, the tongue comes into action. Applicable, applicable.
Applicable. Applicable.
Yeah,
Applicable.
yeah.
Applicable.
Applicable, but applicable. You need to give even a little more emphasis to that L. Be sure that you're really feeling it, right? Applicable.
Mm.
You feel that little end of your tongue there against the gum ridge. Applicable.
Applicable.
Yeah,
Applicable.
that's good.
Applicable.
Yeah, now you're feeling it.
Mm. Applicable.
Good.